Hello, I'm Sean Rogers, lead with the Mr. Rogers Homes team and your Arizona Real Estate Connection. Today's topic, first-time buyers. Before we dive into it, which I would be more than happy to answer any questions, and I always put that out there or put this out there. There's no charge to work with our team. There's no obligations, and I'm here honestly to answer your questions. I'm a firm believer in helping others. That being said, if you like what you're listening to, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and in fact the notification bell. That way you'll be updated when new videos come out of interest to you, and feel free to share and comment on them. Okay, let's dive right into it. And hopefully this one's entertaining, because my main goal is to keep you informed with the real estate market, not so much to, well, put you to sleep with the information I'm sharing. So moving right into it, my secret tip, or what I would consider the #1 strategy to first-time buying, is patience and perseverance. What that means is there's no rush to move forward and just buy anything. Yes, markets can vary. There's ebbs and flows. Sometimes it's a buyer's market, sometimes it's a seller's market. But you want to move carefully forward when it comes to buying a property, since it's probably going to be your first, and well, I guess if you're a first-time buyer, it would be your first, but it probably will be your biggest investment. So you want to make sure you make the right moves in order to put yourself in the best financial position for the long haul. And there are other variations, and that's what I'm going to explain a little bit here now. What I mean by that is there is no one size fits all. If you went online and searched for first-time buying tips, you're going to see the top 10, the top 5, the top 20. The list is endless of how many tips are out there for first-time buying, but I've, over my professional career, have noticed and taken note of there is no one size fits all when it comes to purchasing a property, be it your first or your 10th. So what we do as professionals would be to dial in a custom game plan for you. And there's a lot of different parameters, and I would fall back on the word steps, but I don't know that all of them have to be exactly followed in order, and some may not be applicable to your needs. One of the things that my team and I do is have a consultation with first-time buyers. Again, there's no obligation and free of charge. We just really want to make sure that we save time and money, as well as protect you through the process. But even if you don't use a real estate agent here in Arizona, there's no charge for us to work with you. So I always joke around and say, well, if you could work with the top agent, and we are one of, if not the top teams in Arizona, and there's no charge to do so, why not take advantage of a free consultation? Within that consultation, traditionally what we do is just kind of gather facts. Perhaps the size of the house you want, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, single story, 2 stories, some of the amenities that you just can't live without, more tile, granite countertops, etc., etc. But then we kind of take it to the next level and see what your financial goals are, what your payments are, perhaps you're renting now, or what you feel comfortable with your payments being. That way, when we start searching for a property, we feel that everything that you're looking for, cost of payments and size of house, along with amenities of property, are all in or custom to what you're looking for. And again, you will also hear that there's steps prior, like pre-qualification, and we will absolutely be able to explain that part to you, because you want to know what you're qualified for. Sometimes you need to work on your credit to move forward with purchasing a property, and sometimes you're ready to go, much more firepower abled, or much more to your surprise what you can afford. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to spend that money or purchase a property at the maximum level. It just means now we know where you fall as far as the buying power, aka your pre-qualification for a property, and what properties match the dollars that you're looking for. So step by step, we start putting together that strategy and that game plan. And as many times as I can say this, I just think it's so important that you take the time to ask the questions before you actually dive into unlocking doors. So the one thing you don't want to do, or we don't want to do, is deal with disappointment. So if all of your ducks are in a row, as they say, and all the steps have been properly put into play, then we move forward with unlocking doors and finding your dream home. There is no, again, as I stated in the beginning, there is no time frame per se for you, to purchase a property, unless of course there's outside parameters that we would again know about. Perhaps you're moving from a different state, and we do a monster amount of relocation, so we understand there is a time frame with perhaps starting a new job, or just flat out leaving the state you're in for many different reasons. It could be taxes, it could be weather, it could be family, health, etc., etc. But for the most part, most of the needs of a buyer fall into a fitting house and a fitting payment, and the steps that move forward with that are what we want to dial in, because that is what's most important. So without worrying, and this is one of the things that I really honestly push when I speak with new clients, is that we really want to get a custom game plan for you, because in the end, it's your property you're going to be buying. It's your property you're going to be living in. It's going to be a house. Once purchased, it will turn into your home. And from the bottom of my heart, that's what the goal is, to make you happy for as long as you'd like to stay in the property. And I know there are upsizings and downsizings. Not everybody stays in their property for the 15, 20, or 30 years. But in the end, you want to be comfortable all the way around, and not so much watching your TV and or making a delicious dinner in your kitchen, but with, again, the payments, the surroundings. After all, your home is your castle, and that's our main intent, or our main goal, is to find you a fitting property. Again, all of my information is around these videos, on these videos. If you could hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions in the realm of real estate buying, but I really like you to leave with this one note. Formulate a game plan, speak to a professional. That way you can move forward with looking for a property that best fits you and or your family. Well, that's it for today's episode. I hope you had a good time listening to this as I had making them. There's nothing more that I like better than helping people find homes and put smiles on their faces. Until we talk again, Sean Rogers, have a beautiful day, and God bless America.